Thank you so much. Thanks for coming out. I know it's late, so I'll be brief until we get you out of here. Really happy with the way our guys played, the effort. Obviously, we have a lot of things to clean up. Give Central Michigan a lot of credit. Coach McElwain does a great job with those guys. He's an outstanding coach. He has a good staff. Those guys play hard, and they're going to win some football games this year. We started slow, but we kept chopping, and we were able to execute in all three phases and get the win. So it's a good start for us with 1-0. 24-hour rule. We're going to get back to work, get on Richmond, and we expect to have a better football team next week. So with that, I'll open up for questions. Excuse my voice, it's gone on.
Well, without really kind of looking at the film just yet, what do you think you can attribute the slow start to, and what do you think changed, particularly in Noah, that allowed him to start kind of finding a rhythm there?
Yeah, I just thought we had some jitters out there. It was just first game out, new team, new season, at home, a lot of nervous energy. I thought Noah played well. I told the coach at halftime I liked the way he was playing. He threw some good balls, had some drops early. He could have easily been a different half if we execute a little bit better. And I just think it was, jitters. And obviously give Central some credit. They got some good players. They were coming out playing hard, and it was physical early, and they were getting after it. So.
Mel, the third down pass to Glover, 32 yards, I think. How pivotal was that, looking back at where that was in the game and being down?
Yeah, big play, explosive play. You need to have some explosives, obviously. And he's a player, that we recruited because he's a really good skill set. He's fast. He's got really good hands. He had a good spring. He had a good fall camp. And so we're expecting him to be able to make some plays, and so that was one of the questions going into the season. What receivers do we have that can make some plays and make some big plays, and obviously he did that. So it was really good to see, but we weren't surprised that he's done that in practice quite a bit.
Coach, right? There were some moments in the game when your team could have gotten to some skirmishes with Central, but they didn't. What would you say about your team's ability to keep their composure throughout the game?
Yeah, tough, disciplined, selfless. If you're not disciplined, we're not going to be very good at it. And so it's good composure. We talked about poised and confident and doing our jobs, and discipline is do your job. Do it how you're supposed to do it, when you're supposed to do it, the way it's supposed to get done. Play through the echo of the whistle and go to the next play. So we did have some penalties that we need to clean up, and we need to be more disciplined in some areas. But obviously, we don't want to give yards away for yards away.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Mel, incredible. Just wondering what you thought of Nathan's debut. Obviously, big run early, a big run late, but top of 100 yards in his first game.
Yeah, I thought he came out. He was running hard. He showed a good burst. He was explosive. Exactly what we were seeing in practice, and that's what he showed on film in UConn. He's a good player. So he runs hard and he cares. He's a really good teammate. He's very unselfish. He just does what we ask him to do. And so we just got to keep him healthy, and he's going to be a very productive player for us.
Right.
No, I'm wondering, one of the things Noah just said is that he found out a little more than a week ago that he was going to be the guy. So does that speak to where he is? Sort of, he's the guy, and it's not sort of an ongoing competition. And I'm wondering, was there any thought before the two Glover catches, the way the offense was going, of making the change there if those hadn't happened?
No, we didn't know thought of that. We decided to give him the start because he earned that, and we just went with him. But we didn't have any plans to do anything else. So, and I thought he played did a good job. He got a lot of talent. You can see that.
Hey man, congratulations on opening the season with a win. I know you have a high standard for yourself and the team. How much grace do you give yourself, the team, and the coaches with this being the first game of the season?
Well, you know, football's not a game of perfect. We talk as a staff, and we talk as a team about, you know, this being a 4-quarter game and expecting this to go all the way down to the wire. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But that was our expectation. I mean, if you look at the film and you watch those guys like play Penn State last year, I mean, they went in there and they were getting after those guys. And it was a tough game. And so, but we know that we need to get better, and we will do that. We're going to watch the film. The players, you know, the players were happy after the game. It's always good to get a win. It's not easy to get a win. And so were the coaches. I told them, you know, that I was proud of them, and also the coaching staff. But you know, now we've got to turn the page and you know, get ready for the next one. It's just one game. I told them, I said, it's not the end. This is just the beginning. It's a new season, new team. 1-0, good start. All right, now let's take the next step. Let's build. And typically, you make the most improvement with a team like between your first and second game. And so that's what we're going to look to do.
Thank you.
Rico? Coach, this actually may be a first for me. I want to talk about the other count. When it was, did you think about maybe going for it before you kicked the 47-yard field goal, or were you confident that you can go in there and hit that?
Yeah, so we follow the analytics best that we can. And so, you know, if it's a go, we'll go for it. If it's not and we're in range, then we'll kick the field goal. And so it was not a go for us on 4th down in that particular distance. I don't remember what the distance was. Like
47.
I'm talking about like 4th and what?
Oh.
I don't remember exactly what it was, but it wasn't a go for us on analytics, but we were in range. And so that's why we did that. And he's got a huge leg, so it wasn't a matter of if he could get it there, you know.
Steven?
No, we've been asking you all year about the quarterback position, so now that you guys have arrived at a place here, I'm just wondering what made Noah the choice in the eyes of your staff?
Yeah, I mean, it was close. I mean, he just, you know, he just, you know, consistency and performance, you know, day in and day out. And, you know, we need our quarterback to run the offense and not try to do too much and just, you know, get us in and out of the right plays, you know, throw the ball to the other man. If it's not there, check it down, run it, throw it away. You know, make good decisions, be a good leader, be a team guy. And you know, we play well around him. And, you know, so you know, throughout the course of time, you know, he won the job, and obviously, I mean, this is his 4th season with us, and so he knows the offense. We know him very well, and so we feel like he can go in there and play winning football for us. And he's a very talented young man. He throws a really nice ball. He's got a strong arm. He can run. Smart. And so, and I thought it was a good start for him.
Chris?
Two-part question for you. First,
Two-part.
The 2 4th.
Getting late now.
I know, 2 4th and 1 calls.
Yeah.
I guess the question about that is, did you like those calls, and why is going out of the gun in that situation rather than under center the call there?
Yeah, we don't have enough time for all of that. I'll be really like that would be like, so maybe, you know, maybe another time. But
okay.
We didn't get those, and we need to be able to get those. And we talked about that, and so that's an area where we need to improve.
The second part is Alante Brown, the first play of the game, looked pretty vicious hit, pretty scary situation. Can you walk through the process of him getting cleared to come back in the game?
Yeah, no, I really can't walk you through it because it's a medical. This is all medical decisions, right? So it's basically, you know, he was cleared to come back, and then we took him out. And so, and those are medical decisions, and I support those 100%. It's all about the safety of the players. You know, he's in good spirits.
In the first quarter, you accepted a holding penalty that wound up giving Central another crack at going for the end zone. Was that also an analytics-based decision, or could you walk me through that decision?
Just trying to move them back. Yeah, we're just trying to move them back. That wasn't like an analytics decision. It was just a coaching decision.
All right, last question here, Jack.
Mel, in your career, can you remember a guy getting carried off on the board, first play of the game, and then comes back in and returns a kickoff?
Can I remember that? Not right off. But maybe I can't remember just now. You kind of got me on that one because I mean it's late. It's late, and this is my 27th year, so I'm just trying to think back, and I can't remember right now. Sorry, Jack. You got another question you want to ask me?
I'm good.
Okay.
I was going to ask you to go into detail on the 4th and 1s, but we'll do that another time.
Okay. All right. You can do that next week when Jay gets up here. Ask Jay the 4th and 1s.
All set, guys?
All right. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend. Go Green.
Ball, and what changed over the course of the game that allowed you guys to start generating some offense?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was the jitters. I think we just let some plays out on the field. I think that's just what happens, and that's football. And so we had to find a way to, it's the first game, and so mistakes are bound to happen. And we have a long season, and we're ready to get back to work on Monday, prepare for Richmond. But overall, I say we made some great plays out there, but we left a lot out there as well. So it's definitely fixable.
To add on to that, was anything said in the locker room, because you guys look like a different team in the second half, and really what you would credit the second half to?
No, nothing outstanding. The main message was do your job, and that's what Coach Tuck tells us to do, and that's what we relay to our teammates as well. Is just do your job. If everyone does their job correctly, the plays are going to be made, and so we just did it better in the second half.
Hi guys, congratulations on your first win to open up the season. This question is for both of you gentlemen. You go through the whole off season, high anticipation, first play of the game, one of your teammates goes down. Fortunately, he was able to come back. But what does that do for you mentally to see a player go down and you think about injuries and he gets to come back? But how do you reset from something like that? I'm just curious to know what both of you may think about that.
It's tough to see. You don't want to see your teammates go down. It's your brothers, and you want them to stay healthy for every week. And I mean, it's part of the game, though. Injuries are part of the game. They happen. They happen in practice, and it's just things that happen. And I think you just kind of gotta hope that he's okay and hoping everything's okay. But then you gotta get back to reality. Like, we're still in the game. We still gotta take care of business.
Yeah, exactly what Cal said. It was good to see him come back as well. I think he came back in the second half, and so see him on the sideline and stuff like that, knowing he's okay, that was a good thing to see. But that's just football. It just happens, and so try not to think about it. You don't go into games thinking about getting injured, and so as long as everyone's not thinking like that, we're trying to move on, make sure that guy's okay, and we still got a game to play.
Thanks so much.
Hey, Noah, in the front over here. I was wondering when you found out you were going to start.
I think it was like a week or so before the game, a week or two. I don't even remember.
Okay, but then maybe we were talking earlier about kind of the rough start offensively. I mean, how much confidence did you gain? Second half is big play. Glover had a couple, Fitzpatrick, Henry. Did you gain confidence as the game went on? Knowing this is first start and all that.
Yeah, I would say I never lost my confidence. I was confident going into the game, and I was confident, when we had a 3-and-out. Like, I was confident either way because I know, the plays are there. It's not like we were just throwing the ball like it's not like we were just making dumb mistakes like that. It was just like one guy here or there, me missing a pass or whatever it was. It was just something little every single play, and I knew everybody on the sideline was, on the same page where nobody was out going crazy like, oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? We know we can make the plays. We've seen it. And there's nothing to prove to anybody. We proved it to ourselves in practice, and so everybody was confident to go on to the next drive, and hopefully we just made the play the next drive, and everyone was on that same page.
Something for each of you, Cal. Can you grade the defensive effort tonight? And do you secretly want to be a DB, another interception?
Yeah. No, in the first half, we had a little bit of a slow start. I mean, they're a great team. They came out, they played a really good game, and I respect everything they do because they came out and they had a really good game plan. And I mean, effort-wise, everyone was flying to the ball and trying to do that, but it's the first game, and there's things that happen. It's the first game, so people getting back out there, it's just different than practice, and so you got to make it as similar to practice as possible, like missing tackles, making sure communication goes through. I think in the second half it picked up. I mean, we just followed the plan, made some adjustments, but I think overall it was okay. Just we got a lot of cleaning up to do, I would say, but second half we cleaned up a little bit.
Noah, can you grade the offense, and how big were those catches that Glover made on that drive to end the first half?
Yeah, I think it's hard to give ourselves a grade. I think I would just relay back to what I was saying earlier. Like, you know, we left plays on the field, but we made some good plays. And, you know, we have some good receivers, we have good running backs, we have a good O-line, and good tight ends. And, you know, the plays are going to be there, and we're going to make those plays, you know, as the weeks go on. And when we're practicing more, we're going to make those plays. But, yeah, Ron, those catches were big. You know, I think he's a sophomore, and I think it's his first start. And so, you know, him making those big plays, gaining that confidence is just going to carry on to the next game and the next game and the next game. And, you know, it could be a really good thing for him.
Cal, over here. This way, over here. In that first part of the game, especially the first quarter, things weren't clicking for the offense. As a defense, do you guys kind of talk amongst yourselves and say, hey, we got to hold it down until those guys can get into a rhythm and get everything going?
We kind of just got to focus on our job. I mean, we want the offense to move the ball. We want everything. We want the best defense is the offense running the ball the entire game. So, but we can't let that affect the way we play. We just got to go out and do our job and take care of business, and then get the ball back to the offense. That's kind of the goal on defense. So, it doesn't really. We don't try to like let it affect us how the offense is doing, good, bad, or in between. We just go out and do our job and focus on what we need to focus on.
Right in the middle here. As for your second half adjustments, what do you guys feel like you did great at keeping Burt Manuel kind of more in the pocket and kind of making him become more of a passer than that dual threat quarterback?
We just made some adjustments. We knew he's fast. He got outside, and we just needed to keep him contained. So we try to make sure that we were going for his outside leg, try to cut back, keep him in the field, give our guys a chance instead of letting him get outside, because he was a good runner, really good on his feet. Just made it tough to stop.
No, kind of the other side, the run game for you guys. What did Nathan bring, and what was it? How much did it help to have him and Bird go 1-2 and kind of keep each other fresh?
Yeah, I think that's big. I mean, I think all of our running backs run hard, and that's one thing that we've been coaching our backs to do is just run hard, because seams are going to be there, and Coach Tucker's been showing us videos like, as a running back, you only need 18 inches of daylight, and so just hit the hole, run hard, and don't let one guy tackle you. And you know, I think all of our running backs can do that, and they will do that, and they'll show that throughout the season.
No, right here. I'm just wondering for you, you've been here 4 years, and so this is your first start. Just to be a starting quarterback again and everything that comes with that, how does that feel? What are you sort of taking away from this experience and being back in this position again after a little bit of, 4 years?
Yeah, it feels great. I mean, I don't know, I feel like it was all earned through practice, and so it's not like I got to do anything extra just because I was named to start a quarterback. It's not like I got to do any of that. I have some great teammates and great leaders along with me, like Cal, and you know, it's not like I can lead the team by myself. It's a collective group, and we're looking to be a team, player-led team, and I think we have that right now, and it's going to continue to be that way. And if we continue to do that, we can be a really good team.
There's some personal satisfaction for you though, after just the way your career's gone to now be back at that position,
Yeah, for sure. I try not to think of it too much of a satisfaction deal, because for me it's just begun. You know, our season just started, and yeah, there's no time to rest and be satisfied. We have a long season ahead.
You know, the 2 4th down plays that you had, were they set plays, or were they plays that were kind of based on what you saw the defense they were that Central was playing?
I don't know. I think we just trust our guys to get it done, And I don't remember the exact play. I'll have to go back and watch that on film. But yeah, I think if it gets to a situation like that, we trust each other, and the coaches trust us, and we trust them to make the right calls. And if it's on 4th and 1 or 4th and 10, you know, our job is to get it done.
Anything else, guys?
Noah, was there a single play where you felt like, okay, I got it going now? Or was it more of a gradual thing? Do you remember one play that sparked you?
I think it was just a gradual thing. A big part of it was probably watching our defense, how hard they played, and getting all those stops. That was definitely added fuel to the fire for not just me, but everybody. You know, you see your teammates going out there and they're battling, and that definitely helps the offense get going. And then, yeah, I guess I don't know what completion it was that started everything, but I think just collectively we just got the juices going, and once we were rolling, we were doing pretty well.
I can think of one. I think it might have been 3rd down. We're down the sideline. You dropped one in the bucket. I can't remember. It might have been Glover. Can you talk about what you were feeling around that portion, that part of the game?
Well, one, I was happy for Ron. You know, he just made, I think, 2 big plays that drive, and then we ended off running the ball in the end zone, and that's what we want to see from our team. We want to run the ball in the end zone, and so yeah, that was definitely, I would say, was a key moment of some momentum.
You know, in the front over here, it looks like the line kept it pretty clean tonight. You had the one run where you got the late hit out of bounds, so you get up clapping. What was, I guess, can you go through that play and kind of the first big hit you've taken it, at least as far as I recall?
You know, honestly, I haven't really been hitting that long, so I mean, I haven't been hitting so long, so like, you know, getting hit again was just like a fun kind of thing. You know, it's football. You're playing football again. You know, that's what you want to do. It's a child's game, so. At the end of the day, we're going out there to have fun. So being hit again was, was a good thing to feel, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, it was cool.
All set, guys?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.